So we've got some new details on the Ryzen 3 chips, this time not directly tied to performance, but rather the actual layout of the chip, which in turn may affect performance. New to PC building or just trying to stay within a budget and get the most you can? Give our PC Builder tool a spin and let us help you get the most for your money. Well, thanks to Kamachi over on Twitter and the wonderful team at One India for sharing the slides with the world pertaining to the upcoming Ryzen 3 3100 and the Ryzen 3 3300X, we now have presentation slides as well as chiplet layouts for the two pint-sized powerhouses that are actually poised to take on the Intel Core i5 lineup for less than $120. And there might be a good reason for this layout can intend to do just that. See, before we go into the specific layout, a quick primer on the two chips, at least their paper differences, before we jump into the physical differences. So the Ryzen 3 3300X will be rocking 4 Zen 2 cores with SMT enabling, making it a 4-core, 8-threaded chip with a base frequency of 3.8 GHz and a boost clock up to 4.3 GHz. The Ryzen 3 3300X will be paired with 18 MB of total cache and a 65-watt TDP. Now concurrently, the Ryzen 3 3100 will carry the same core specifications, but will change the frequency to a base clock of 3.6 GHz and a boost frequency of 3.9 GHz while still retaining the same 65-watt TDP figure. Okay, so the Ryzen 3 3300X is just a better bend and overclocked Ryzen 3 3100. Not quite so fast, partner. There's a major key difference between these two, and that difference lies within the CCX designation. Both Ryzen 3 chips may look the same on the surface, as they're using the much needed I/O die and only a single CCD, just like the Ryzen 5 and Ryzen 7 series, but what's going on within those CCDs is the important difference. The Ryzen 3 3100 uses what we're used to seeing across a pair of CCXs, where the cores are split evenly across them, making it a 2+2 design with 2 cores on each chiplet disabled for, well, whatever reason. Now the big kicker here is that the Ryzen 3 3300X actually breaks from this and goes asymmetrical with none of the cores on a single CCX in use, but rather all 4 cores on one of the other CCXs is being powered. Now thanks to Zen's cache being tied to the cores, you can retain the same total cache on both configurations without any magic being done. Just kind of works that way. But how does this impact performance, you ask? Well, it's easy, and I can wrap it all up in one word: latency. And that's how the Ryzen 3 3300X is managing to put the claim of beating a Core i5. See, the Ryzen 3 3100 will still suffer from inner CCX latency, as there are only 2 cores for each CCX, while the Ryzen 3 3300X will be closer to a traditional quad-core with only 1 point of contingency when it comes to the I/O die. The latency could be a key benefactor in making the Ryzen 3 3300X the choice for gamers and make it well worth the additional $20 asking price. The one byproduct is that may favor the 3100 for general use is going to be the idea that it might be slightly easier to cool since the cores aren't crammed into one spot, but rather spread out. But chips are going to be likely easy to cool no matter which way you go here. For more on this and other news, follow the link in the description and make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so that we don't miss you in the next one.